We're early.
We're early
Hooray.
for once. I don't know what's going on.
Paul's not here.
That
Although to be fair, Paul is usually on time.
yeah, I'm usually the late one to be fair.
Right, right. Um, yeah. So no Paul this episode because he's going to Edmonton for family stuff. Was
I'm
it?
so,
I think.
I'm so sorry, Paul.
Yeah, Edmonton. Yeah. Um, I hear it's been super rainy over there.
It's ridiculous. Good lord.
I think my mom said something like it's rained every day since I since I was there for the weekend and then left. It's rained every single day.
What weekend were you here for? It's
Canada Day weekend, so July 1st.
pretty close.
Yeah, every day. That would be awful. Like a month and a half of rain.
Dude, we already have gotten our year rainfall in July and August.
That sucks. That sucks. It hasn't even gotten close to raining once here.
You
And
you
I'm loving
clearly
it.
made the wrong choice. You want all the water instead of none.
To be fair, we are in a drought. So
We
there.
would gladly share some of this ridiculous amount of precipitation.
No, you can keep it. I'm good. Personally, I'm good. Um,
I just want to ride my bike.
your bike, yeah, yeah. I went and saw Suicide Squad last week.
How is this? I keep hearing so many mixed reviews about it.
You're hearing mixed reviews.
Yeah.
Who's saying good things about this movie?
Oh, that bad, huh?
Because I will show you a liar.
That bad?
That movie is garbage. It's really bad.
Oh.
I didn't like anything going on really. The characters are all pretty like flat and just uninteresting. It's super cliche. You know everything that's gonna happen in that movie before you go into it.
Oh, it's one of those movies.
Like there is no real twists and turns in that whole thing.
I wanted
Uh,
that movie to be good, but I had a sneaking suspicion it was not going to be. Especially when they said they had to reshoot footage a couple months before it came out. I'm like, oh, that movie's dead.
yeah, they were trying to like make it funnier or something.
Yeah. I'm guessing they did not succeed.
Uh, See, that one's kind of hard because I think there was a couple moments that were comical, but a lot of the time, just kind of in the back of my head because I knew that they tried to make it funnier. I was just thinking like, wait, was this actually in there? Or are they just trying like too hard now? So I almost wish I hadn't known that there was reshoots. But to be like, yeah, I mean, I guess the nicest thing I can say is, yeah, it's enjoyable at moments. But
There are
as
times
like a
where you
whole,
may enjoy yourself, but not the entire thing.
yeah. But like, yeah, it is just so cookie cutter. Like, if you were just to guess how this like band of rogues team up to fight, like you would know, your guess, I bet, would be like 99% accurate. That's what I'm trying to say.
They
So,
do a poor job of working together until someone dies, which forces them to become a team and work together towards their common goal.
I mean, that is extremely close. Like those events, that's extremely close. Like I said, you'd be about 99%. And yeah, it's silly. Everything seems super forced. It's basically the Will Smith Harley Quinn movie as well. They definitely focus 90% of the attention on those two characters.
To be fair, Will Smith's probably the most interesting actor in that movie.
Sure, sure. And like out of all the characters, those two actually get like a backstory that they delve into for more than like a second. Um, the Joker's weird in this movie.
I
I
heard
don't
they
know.
cut a lot of his scenes, like a lot.
That's what I heard. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious what will eventually be like the extended cut when that comes out. Apparently, I also need to watch the extended cut of Batman v Superman. Apparently, that's better.
Oh,
But
that's
that
good to
movie's
hear.
already like 2 hours and 30 minutes or something. I don't know if I can do 3 hours of Batman v Superman, but anyway, yeah, they took out a lot of Joker. I heard, but and his I don't really know how to feel about Jared Leto as the Joker. He's definitely different, and I know you're not going to be able to come up against Heath Ledger. That was amazing. It
Yeah.
was so good, and I guess just because that's still in my head because I like The Dark Knight so much. It's one of my favorite comic book movies. But yeah, the Joker just seems like, I don't know, just kind of crazy for crazy's sake, and almost just kind of thrown in there just so they can have the Joker.
That's probably why.
Yeah, it It's weird. It's a weird movie. I don't know if I can really recommend it. Um,
What about the Batman cameo? Was that at least interesting?
no, not really, and it's extremely short.
Are you
Like
serious?
like real short. Yeah. Yeah. Uh I guess no, there's two cameos because it's during backstory stuff. He doesn't show up
Oh,
during like present day things.
oh,
So it's real short. Like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it in case someone's planning to go in there. Not that it's like that interesting, but you know, if someone is looking forward to it, I don't want to spoil it. Um, yeah, so I don't really know if you need to see Suicide Squad. I guess if you're interested in the DC Universe movies, some stuff does progress in this. So you know, if you want to be caught up, you gotta go see it. I definitely am not probably gonna see it again. So I would say watch Deadpool. That's a better like
yeah. Watch a
anti-hero.
Marvel movie instead of a
Watch a
DC
Marvel.
movie.
That's basically, yeah, like I don't know what DC's doing, but they keep just failing every time they put out a new movie. They're not very good. But anyway, yeah, Suicide Squad. I wish it was better. I'm gonna go see Sausage Fest or Sausage Party this weekend.
Really?
It's at like 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah. No, believe me, I was not really interested, and then it came. And then apparently it's good and funny, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll go see this weird talking hot dog movie, vulgar talking hot dog movie.
I mean, I like the concept of there being adult cartoon movies. I think that's a cool
Sure,
thing to make
sure,
a
yeah. Well,
thing in North
when
America.
was the last like big budgeted adult cartoon movie?
South Park?
I, yeah, that was a while ago.
Just a bit.
I can't. Yeah, I can't even think of any other ones. Not movies. And there's definitely TV shows, and they're
Yeah.
great, but not any movies. So yeah, no. Apparently, Sausage Party. Yeah, Sausage Party is yeah. People are saying in the chat. I've heard it's fantastic. I've heard it's pretty good. Or someone said I saw it and it's pretty good. So yeah, I'm looking into it. Someone's saying the Simpsons movie. I don't know if I would say that's adult.
That's
You can bring your kids to
like
that.
teenage at best.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would be maybe you know I'm a little biased, but I'd be fine if like an 8-year-old was watching the Simpsons movie.
Yeah, nothing really vulgar happens in that I
Right.
can remember.
Does that many vulgar things even happen in The Simpsons, or is it all
Uh,
just kind of like tongue in cheek? Like, unless
it's
you're old enough to know what they're talking about.
it's all pretty tongue in cheek.
Yeah. So
Oh,
someone is saying that Adam Sandler cartoon. What is that?
8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Now it
I never
is.
saw it. Was that in theaters?
Yeah, that was like the Hanukkah movie that came out in like the mid '90s. I don't remember if that
Okay.
predates South Park or not. I'm gonna look that up.
That's definitely got to predate South Park. Didn't South Park? Oh, actually, I don't know.
8 Crazy Nights came out. Oh wow, never mind. It crushed it. 2002.
Okay. And then one was South Park.
South Park, I'm pretty sure was like 96, 98.
Okay.
99. So beat it by 3 years.
Okay. So pretty close, but not nowhere near 2016.
No.
Anyway, yeah, I'll probably go see that this weekend. So that's a thing. What do you got plans for this weekend?
Stream probably at best. Reese is sick, or she thinks she might be getting sick, so we're just kind of taking it casual. It might be a gaming and recording and streaming weekend.
Pretty classic weekend.
Yeah, nice and relaxed.
Relax. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, Paul's not here, so let's get into the show
All right.
because it'll be better without him. It's right,
I,
Paul.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, it won't be. But this is the Top Down Perspective for August 12th. Sean and John are here.
Yo.
John, what have you been playing?
Pretty much the same as last week. A tiny bit more
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. I've really cooled off on that now. I had one night where I decided to go get some gyms, and it's finally relaxed around here. I actually was able to get 10 gyms.
Holy shit.
I know. I was surprised too. I got 10 gyms, cashed in for the full bonus, and then got home and lost them all like 6 hours later.
That is literally impossible here.
I thought it was impossible here, but then so few people are playing it in our area now that it's actually become possible.
Wow. I still see if I'm just watching the gyms, they still change every 10 minutes here at
Mm.
most. It's
My
usually faster than that.
my problem is I've run out of healing items, so I can't do that again.
Sure,
The
I can
game
see
is
that.
the game is not dropping any more healing items for me, and I've got half my team that I sent out on that mission are just still fucked up.
Right. Right now, I'm at a loss. I need more Stardust because I just want to power up a bunch of people I evolved during my last Lucky Egg drop.
Mm.
But yeah, I've definitely cooled down quite a bit on that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I could find like some guys to make super strong like Dragonites, because that's what I'm finding in all the gyms now is just like
Yeah.
ridiculous Dragonites or Snorlaxes. If I had those, then like maybe, but for now it's just like all right, I'll just load it out when I'm in the area of something good.
My strongest is an Executor, and then followed by a Vaporeon, followed by a Gyarados.
Mine is a Vaporeon, followed by a Vaporeon, followed by a Vaporeon.
Oh, well, if we're including duplicates, I do have three pretty strong Vaporeons.
All right, yeah, I've got. I think my order is like 3 Vaporeons, 4 Hypnos, and then it just kind of starts going from
Oh,
there.
I found one Drowsy ever, so I don't. Yeah, I haven't even seen a Hypno. Have you used the new tracking feature?
I do not have the full one because they only uploaded the good one to certain people.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that's
and
still
I
on
remember
beta.
looking in the morning, and it said San Francisco was one of them, so I have it.
Oh, nice.
It's great.
Is it actually good?
Yeah. So, story from this morning. I was walking from the train station to work, and there was a Growlithe in the area. Now, have you seen what it looks like? I'll describe what it looks like for people
Yeah.
who maybe haven't. If you open up the sighting things, you'll see, the list of Pokemon that are nearby. Sometimes they have grass behind them, which is basically useless information. No one wants that. But sometimes they'll have an image that is used for a Pokestop behind them. And if you tap on that and click like view, it'll show you on it. It'll like the camera will zoom out and it'll show you which Pokestop that Pokemon is near, and then it'll stay.
Cool.
Oh, so you haven't seen any of this?
I've seen pictures. I've not heard a full description of it.
Okay, so then what it'll do is it'll put a marker on that Pokestop and it'll zoom back in on your guy, and you can turn the camera or look at that Pokestop, and there'll be a marker there the whole time, and you can walk over to it. And it doesn't work for lured Pokemon, so you don't have to be worried about, well, it's probably going to leave in 2.5 minutes, right? It's just for Pokemon that'll stay for the full 20. So I've usually been able to get over there, and yeah, I found a Growlithe. I was like, oh, that thing's only 2 blocks out of my way. So I walked over there and I found a Growlithe.
So this seems like it's only really useful for people that are near a lot of Pokestops, though.
Yes.
But still,
Yeah.
that's a step above where we currently are.
And also, when you're walking and when the Pokemon leaves, it'll vibrate and you'll get a notification saying the Pokemon fled.
Aw.
So there's no issues of like walking there and it's already gone. It'll tell you so you can like stop heading over there and
All
stuff.
right, well, that's a step in the right direction at least.
But yeah, I know I've had it work consistently where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and get this Pokemon, and yeah, it's been there.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Hopefully
So
they roll that out to more people soon.
I forgot that it was a limited release. Luckily, I'm in like the epicenter of this game, so.
So yeah, that's about Pokemon Go. I mean, with it raining so much, I haven't really been able to do my bike rides lately. I had the same problem that you had with the new update, where it thinks when you're walking or standing still, you're suddenly in a car.
Yeah, like it says you're moving too fast. Apparently, a lot of people are getting that. I saw a pretty funny picture on Reddit of, I think the tagline was, when you're driving your couch too fast. And it was this weird, like, skeleton sofa thing with looking like it was like moving really fast. It was a weird photo. It was funny.
Mm.
But I guess that's a bug. I hate
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, it happened. It happened to me when I was standing still in a grocery store.
Yeah. That's a weird thing. It's just annoying because sometimes I'll have it in my pocket when I'm on the train, and in the hopes that the GPS is screwed up enough that I'll get a few steps in there for free, and it usually works. But then I get these vibrations, and I was like, oh, is there something nearby? No, it's just telling me I'm moving too fast.
Yours vibrates when it does that? It doesn't do that for me. It
Yeah.
literally just pops on screen.
Oh yeah, I know. I get a vibration when that thing pops up. I
Weird.
think usually. I also get vibrations for random things, so maybe those are just syncing up. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, so I played that. Played some more Gotta Protectors. Still enjoying that. And played some more Overwatch.
I'm glad that you're still into Overwatch. That game's super fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm level 22 now, I think.
I think I just hit like 31.
I am trying to get as many of those summer games outfits as I can.
Have you gotten any?
I've got a couple, and I've already gotten a duplicate of one of them too.
Okay.
I've
What
got
have you gotten?
one of Tracer's, one of Lucio's, and one of Genji's.
Oh yeah, Genji's is like all white,
All
right?
white with like I believe the Japanese dot on there.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
I'm
cool.
I'm trying to get McCree's. I want that American flag one so bad.
I just wanted I just want tracers, and I don't have tracers, because Junkrat and May don't get them, and those are like the only three characters I care about.
Gotcha. I play Lucio, but I don't like his.
Yeah, I'm actually not a huge fan of tracers either. So, but more costumes for the characters I like.
Yeah.
I got uh what's the medic girl?
Mercy?
She has one, right? It's all red.
Yeah.
I got that one. That one actually looks cool. I don't play as Mercy, but that one was actually cool.
Yeah, Zarya gets another all red one too. Because I think
Russia
Mercy's
stuff.
supposed to be from Switzerland and she's from Russia, something like that.
No, Torbjorn is Switzerland because it's blue and yellow.
Isn't that
I don't.
Sweden? That's Sweden.
Oh, that's Sweden. Okay, I don't know what is maybe hers is Switzerland. I didn't know she was Swiss.
Swiss is
I always
red
get
with
Switzerland
the
and
with the white cross. I thought.
okay, that's probably what it is. You're probably right. I always get Sweden and Switzerland mixed up. Uh, yeah, I like Torbjorn's actually, but I don't play as Torbjorn and I don't have it. So
Yeah, he's one of the
usually I
characters I've
just
yet to
get
try.
flags for your icon, which are the worst.
Dude, I heard there's not a Canadian flag one, which kind of bums me
Oh
out.
really? I didn't hear that.
It also makes sense because there's not a character from Canada.
I don't know. At this point, like it's a JPEG they had to put in their game. Just put every country in there. Like why not?
You'd think. I don't know. I think it's only just the countries that the characters are from.
Okay. So in the chat, yeah, they're saying Torbjorn is Sweden, not Swiss. All right. Swedish. Cool. Yeah, no, Overwatch is great. I play it every week. I don't really bring it up because I don't have much to say, but yeah, I
That's
still
fair.
play a few rounds every single week.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I make sure to log in every day, at least get the experience bonus. So
Like the first win of the day.
yeah,
Yeah. That's a great, like, if I have like 10 minutes before I need to leave for work, I don't want to start doing anything. I'll just play like 2 rounds of Overwatch or a round of Overwatch.
yeah, seems good. I
Someone's
also
asking, do you think we'll be getting any more heroes in Overwatch? Isn't there like a hacker chick
yeah,
already like
there's a
rumored
hacker
and
that's already been teased.
teased a
There's
few
like a
times?
weird ARG going around for her. So
Yeah, exactly. People are already trying to figure that out. So yeah, we'll be getting more for sure. So
the character menu has even been shifted around to make it obvious that we're getting another character.
I haven't noticed that. Do you know what like section it's in?
No, it's see what happened was when they originally added Anna, it was like it was perfectly flush.
Yeah.
And then I think last week I loaded it up and suddenly there were more people on the top row than the bottom, so there were two squares, one on each side, suddenly on the bottom row.
Okay.
So I'm like, are they adding two more characters or is this just room for the hacker?
Interesting.
I'm hoping the hacker's a counter for Torborn, however you say his name.
Oh, okay. Just like hack his turret.
Yeah, that'd be
That
kind of
would
cool.
that would be cool if you could like turn it to your side.
Yeah, do that or like even hack like any robotic characters, so like hack Bastion. That'd be hilarious.
That would be cool too. Yeah. I'm wondering if you would get control over him or if you would just like shut him down for a bit or
It would
something.
probably be like EMP shutdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, playing as Bastion when that happens, that would suck. I think it'd be really cool though is if you could if when you took over Bastion, he started firing at his own team because you would just be sitting there just being like, "No, stay away from me," or just like, "Kill me, I'm a monster. Please kill me quick."
That'd be great.
That would be really good. That'd be super cool.
I also played AM2R, a Metroid 2 remake.
Okay.
This was
All right.
this was the Metroid 2 remake that got released last week and then also
Right.
cease and desisted.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we had that in news now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think that. Well, I think we had it in news last week, but I don't think the cease and desist had happened yet.
Did we have it in last week?
You
No,
guys-
it was an email. It was an email, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Someone sent it in for that news, but I don't think the cease and desist had happened.
No, it was out for I think 1 day, maybe two, and then it got a C&D. So
Someone in the chat is saying not a CMD, a DMCA. I don't know what either of these.
C&D is cease and desist. DMCA is Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Okay, do you know what the difference is? Because I don't.
Cease and desist means stop doing what you're doing, shut down. Digital Millennium Copyright Act is basically a copyright claim. So it'd be the equivalent of them claiming like you're using Metroid assets, stop.
Oh, okay. That seems very similar.
They are very similar.
All right.
But C&D can have stronger repercussions, basically.
Okay.
It's fun, actually. It controls like Metroid Fusion, and it's a really well done Metroid 2 remake. Like, there's actually a map now. It controls really well. They've added extra features. There's just more. I think there's like an extra 20 Metroids or something like that. I forget how many there were in the original Metroid 2. I want to say 30, but now there's like 55.
That's great.
I don't know. I like how it handles. It plays really well. If you're looking for another Metroid, it's great to play. Problem is, to find it now, you have to go find the torrent for it because it's the only way to download the game now.
Or couldn't you just like, what if your buddy just had it?
That's
Couldn't
it.
yeah, they could just give it to you on like a USB stick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess in thematically similar, Pokemon Uranium just came out.
Yeah.
I haven't played it or anything like that, but it's just kind of a similar thing. I think that was like 9-year project. Some team made their own Pokemon game. No idea if that's any good, but
I've been hearing mixed things, so I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, weird time for Nintendo fan games.
That's true.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Pokemon one stuck around for longer, though, because it literally just uses the name Pokemon as far as I'm aware of. And
right, I think it has like different Pokemon, like its own Pokemon and stuff like that. And like the assets don't look similar. Like it looks like they made their own assets. So yeah, I could see that being around much more. Okay, that's all you've been playing. Yep. I tried to play Batman last weekend.
The Telltale Batman?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, it wouldn't run on my PC. And I keep seeing other issues online of PC issues. So I don't know if it's my PC, because I can usually run those games fine, or it's actual PC thing. But I was getting like 5 frames a second.
Ugh.
It was insane. So I couldn't play Batman. I ended up getting it on the Xbox, so I'm going to play that at some point. But anyways, I tried that. A game I actually did play, apart from, I'm still going through Zero Time Dilemma. That's just in the background all the time. But I played a game called Reigns that came out. It's on PC, Android, and Steam.
Is this the one that Paul was tweeting about today?
Yeah. Sorry, it's on PC, Android, and iOS. Yeah, Paul was tweeting about this, and I had known about it beforehand when it was just a PC game, and then I didn't know it was on Android until Paul started tweeting about it, which then got me quite excited to pick it up. Reigns is really cool. So the interface is basically like Tinder. So you'll get like a picture of a person, and then to interact, you swipe left or right on the image. Mm-hmm. But so you're a king, and someone like the jester will come up to you and be like, "Hey, can I have a raise?" And then you can swipe left to be like no, or you can swipe right to be like to say yes. And every time you swipe, or most times when you make a decision like that, you have 4 indicators at the top for there's religion. There's one that's just people, so I think it's just like how much the kingdom likes you, like the common people. There's your military, and then there's your money, or like your wealth. So every time you do that, those will go up and down. And if any of those hit the bottom or hit the top, you'll be killed.
Oh.
And it's like a roguelike. So as soon as and this is a really cool part. When you get killed, a timeline stretches for how long. Like every time you make a decision, it's 1 year of your reign. So let's say I made it through 24 decisions. And then it'll be like, all right, Henry the Great, he lived for these 24 years and then died. And then the next king takes over, so you play the next game. And you can go back and look through the timeline of how long. So I have some that lasted 34 years. I have some that lasted 8 years or 5 years.
So if you fill a meter or drain a meter, you die?
Yeah. So like what'll happen is recently I filled the military all the way to the top. So there was a coup and they killed me.
What?
Or one was I filled religion all the way to the top. So they killed me to be a martyr. Other ones, I got military out of the bottom, and it's like, hey, we were invaded because they knew we had nothing, and yeah, you got killed. So there'll be a reason, like, if you don't have enough money, or if you don't have, or if you have too much money, something like that. I don't think I've done the money ones, but it's pretty fun, super easy to get into. It's like $3. It's not free. People are asking, is it free? It's like $3. I'm pretty sure it's free on sorry, it's 3 on Steam as well. But it's also really funny. There's just weird little things like a dog will bring you into the woods and then you'll smell a magic mushroom and now you can see exactly how many points you're going to gain or receive. Usually it's just little icons. Or yeah, I don't want to spoil stuff, but some of the things are like you need to meet the devil and you'll like have to talk to the devil about stuff, or you'll find a witch doctor and she'll do weird stuff, or you'll bring a medic in and he's like experimenting on your people and stuff now, and you have to make these decisions. And it's all cartoony, and it's pretty fun and comical and pretty small. So I would recommend it. It's like $3 right now. But again, that's Reigns. If people are interested in that. And like you said, yeah, Paul's been tweeting about it, and so if you want to look at some of the art style and whatnot, that's a cool game. Okay, so let's go on to the news.
Yeah, just for the podcast in the chat, neither of us played No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky came out today for PC. Apparently, there's a bunch of issues with it. I've been hearing the PS4 one has different issues, but is running better. I wanted to grab it day one, but I am flat broke at the moment, so I'm gonna have to wait till payday.
And I have it. I have the game.
Oh, you do have it?
Oh yeah, no, I have it. I have it for PS4. It's over. It's on the other side of this wall, right here. I just been so busy this week, so I haven't gotten a chance to sit down with it. That's why when I was talking to you, I was like, I just feel bad that no one's going to be talking about it on this episode, because people are probably like, oh, sweet, the No Man's Sky talk's going to happen.
Yeah, did Paul play it? I don't remember.
Well, no, he was waiting for the PC version. He doesn't have a PS4, but he was, like you said, he was waiting for the PC version, so he's getting it today, I guess. So next week we will talk at length about No Man's Sky for sure. Two of us will have at least played it by then. News. Let's do actual news.
All right, news time.
Last week we had talked about that people actually found those Nintendo Power issues. I had asked you, is this a new thing or has it been up here for a while? It actually had been up since like February, and no one just noticed until last week. And this week Nintendo took those down.
Yay!
So I hope you read all 145 issues in the few days you had in that weekend.
So I don't understand this one. I don't understand. Like, I guess it's still property, like IP protection, but like they can't make any more money off of Nintendo Power.
That's true. It's not like anyone was doing anything to this. So like, why do they care? It was on an internet archive.
Yeah, archive.org is known for like preserving stuff like that, with like as a non-for-profit. So
I don't know. Nintendo's weird. Maybe they're planning to re-release all the issues.
You know what? As like a legacy thing, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be like that'd be a huge collection.
But it'll never happen, probably.
Yeah, who knows? I doubt that'll happen. But anyways, yeah, that's a bummer that those are all gone. THQ is kind of back.
Mm-hmm.
So Nordic Games, a developer over in Austria, I believe I read.
Yeah.
And oh god, there's an ad playing. Stop.
Yeah, basically when THQ dissolved, a bunch of their IPs got sold off, and Nordic bought a large chunk of them. Like they bought Darksiders. Oh god, that's the only one I remember, honestly.
Red Faction, Supreme Commander. That's all that this one's saying.
Okay, but yeah, a bunch of their main ones.
But yeah, Saints Row went to Deep Silver and Sega. So Nordic doesn't have that. Anyways, Nordic rebranded as THQ Nordic. I don't really know why you would name yourself after like a dead developer.
Because you have most of their IPs.
Yeah, but so?
I mean, THQ still has like some brand recognition no matter what. They didn't really release shitty games. They just gambled and lost on weird decisions like the U-Draw.
Yeah, the U-Draw. I don't know if it was in... Okay, yeah. So there was a quote saying, as of now, they have 23 game projects in development, which sounds like a ton.
I think it says 13 of them are unannounced.
I'm trying to think what the 10 they have announced are, but I'm gonna look up THQ Nordic. Or I'm just gonna look up Nordic games. Anyways, they said a bunch of the unannounced ones are going to be from IPs that THQ had, so I guess that's probably a Darksiders 3, right? That was probably one of their bigger ones.
I'd imagine.
Release history.
Okay, here's a list of all the THQ Nordic properties acquired from THQ. Darksiders, D-Blob, Deadly Creatures, Destroy All Humans, Frontlines, Full Spectrum Warrior. Wow, there's one I haven't heard in ages. Juiced, another one. MX versus ATV.
Oh, great.
To be fair, that's still popular.
Is it? When was the last MX versus ATV game?
Xbox 360.
Yeah,
there
which
were,
was like...
There were like 2 or 3 of those, actually. Red Faction, Stuntman, Summoner, The Outfit, and Titan Quest.
It looks like the last game Nordic Games put out was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Ooh.
And then a whole bunch of The Book of Unwritten Tales. I don't know which games they're currently working on. Oh, unless you consider Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition and Darksiders War Mastered Edition as more recent releases.
I mean, that's getting the license back out there, so why not?
I bet they do a Darksiders sequel. I bet they do. Oh man, which ones do you think they would do?
Darksiders seems the most likely. Destroy All Humans also kind of seems likely.
I could see that. Yeah. Okay.
And
There's
Red Faction.
No way
Red Faction easily.
Yeah, Red Faction easily. There's no way they would do a Deadly Creatures sequel. As interesting.
Get Billy Bob back there. We need Billy Bob in the booth right now.
Maybe they should. I didn't know they made a Yoga Wii. I didn't know that was. Oh, I have seen that box art. Okay. Panzer Elite. No, that looks awful. Stuntman. I could see a Stuntman sequel.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's happening. They're not called THQ Nordic. Small one, Deus Ex Go is out next week, so I'm excited.
Yay.
Those Go games are fantastic. August 18th to be exact. So Thursday, if you're excited, it's probably gonna be $5 like usual. Nintendo, a patent was filed last week of what looks like a tablet with controller attachment to the side that has buttons. I mean, I don't. This isn't really news. We kind of knew this was going to happen, but it's even more official now. Looks like 4 buttons, a shoulder button on there. It only shows one side. I don't know if it counts for both. I don't feel like reading this whole thing.
I'd imagine it works for both.
Yeah, well, yeah. You're not gonna like play it one-handed. But anyway, that's it's getting even closer.
I heard apparently like there's an infrared scanner on the side which can be used for motion controls as well. Like
Okay.
without that
Great.
controller piece on there.
Oh, cool.
I don't know.
Well, wait. Would that be like for like a Wiimote, or would that be for like when you take the controls off and make your controller?
No, it'd be like you remove the controller and then you can do this to the actual screen and it'll pick up your motions.
Oh, okay. Interesting. See what that's about.
Basically, Nintendo needs to hurry up and show what this damn console is.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Who knows when that'll be? Actually, speaking of console releases, wasn't there information about September? They were going to talk about the Neo.
Yeah. I want to say September 7th, but I think I'm wrong on that.
Something like that. Yeah. PS4 Neo confirms PlayStation event for September 7th. And that's when everyone's expecting the Neo to come out. And I think I thought it was Vice or something had looked into seeing that's what is going to be shown there. But it seems like it would make sense. Why would it be any other time? Anyway, continuing on, another small one. The PlayStation VR box arts are out. They basically just have a strip that says PlayStation VR required. Here's an interesting tidbit. In America, or I should say outside of Japan, there's a warning that says you'll need these, and it shows like the headset and the camera and the control, like the wands. The Japanese consumers, I guess, are smart enough to already know that they don't need the sticker.
Mm.
So what does that say about the rest of us?
I like how it's just like, you'll need these.
Yeah, it's kind of some weird,
It's very blunt.
some weird wording, that's for sure. And what's my phone saying? All right. Rocket League is getting a super weird update, but this looks awesome.
What is this? I haven't heard about this.
It's getting Rumble mode. First off, the GIF at the top of this Kotaku article is is a car boosting towards the ball, and then a spring boot comes out of the side and kicks it. So this, I guess, was announced during the finale of the Rocket League Championship Series that happened in Hollywood, I guess. I didn't know that. Rocket League Rumble is a free game that sets loose players in an arena packed with 11 ridiculous new power-ups. I'm going to go down the list. So there's the boot, which kicks an opponent's car. That's the spring boot, I guess. The disruptor, which forces the opponent to drive uncontrollably. Freezer freezes the ball in place. Grappling hook pulls you towards the ball. Haymaker punches the ball. The magnetizer attracts the ball to your car. I guess that's got to be the exact same thing as Lucio's
ult, yeah.
His ult in Lucio Ball, yeah. The plunger, which grabs the ball via plunger and cord. That's pretty silly.
So you get to drag it with you.
Oh yeah, maybe. Power hitter, hit everything harder. Spike, attach the ball to your car when you bump into it. Oh man, maybe you could just drive into their goal.
I think that's what that's implying.
That'd be cool. Swapper, change positions on the field with your opponent.
Oh God.
That's
swap
hilarious.
with your goalie. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Swap with the. Could you imagine, like, you stick the ball to yourself, and then your teammate swaps places with the goalie and just drives out of the way?
That'd be amazing.
That'd be so good. And then the tornado sweep up the ball and cars into a giant funnel cloud. That sounds great. I'm gonna watch this trailer.
That sounds pretty damn Mario Kart.
All right, what's going on? Let's turn this music off. All right, cars driving, ball gets hit. Do something cool. Flies in the air, gets kicked out of the air. You'd have to have like great shot to do that. What else going on? Yeah, so yeah, big tornado, balls flying in the tornado. Oh yeah, someone just like you can freeze the ball in the air with the freeze one. It doesn't have to be on the ground. Yeah, you just freeze it and the ball just stops moving. People are like tethered to it, trying to pull the ball back and forth like a tug of war thing. Yeah, spike sticks to your car. I'm assuming all these abilities, they probably have to lock on, otherwise it would just be impossible to hit. So this looks great. I might jump back into some Rocket League to try some of this out, especially since it's a free update.
Is it a confirmed free? Then yeah.
It says on the thing, is a free game that sets players loose. Yeah, I don't know why it says free game, but hang on, let me read a bit more. Yeah, that's all the article says is free game. It's got to just be an update though. But anyways, that looks cool. I'm probably going to play some more Rocket League when those get dropped. Let's go on to this mountain of questions we have.
All right.
Where can people send questions in?
topdownperspective@gmail.com, TDP Podcast on Twitter, Top Down Perspective on Facebook, and my P.O. Box.
All right, cool. Oh, I got this first one.
All right.
Thomas writes, first question, now that you can play your TDP transition jingles live, can we send in customized versions to be played on the show?
I like how this is the one episode where we didn't have it because I didn't have the assets.
True, yeah. We need Paul here for that. Personally, I'd love to see a version where every beat replaced by a Tim Allen grunt. That's interesting. I mean, I guess we could do that. There's nothing stopping us. Secondly, I finally wanted to play the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game, only to discover that it was pulled from stores in late 2014. After an hour of digging around for either a PC or an Xbox 360 version, the best I could find was an active Best Buy link for the PS3 version. Every other download link was a shady website that wanted me to sign up and buy an account before I could download it. So my question is, am I screwed? Side question, Oh, we'll get to the side question after. Let's answer this one first.
Yes, you're screwed.
Although the artist and author of the books, Brian Lee O'Malley, tweeted this week that he's trying to get that game back.
That's good to hear because that game
So
was fun.
that's the best movie tie-in game. That is the best movie tie-in game.
Why was it removed again? Just because they didn't have the license to the game anymore?
Yeah,
Or
the
to
license
movie?
just ran. Yeah, I think it was the license just ran out and they didn't like re-up on it.
All right.
So, yeah, that's a shame. That's a fun game. Hopefully, it can come back in some way. They added cool stuff, online multiplayer eventually.
The online was not very good.
I never played it. Okay, I'll
I
take your word
did.
for it.
I did it on a stream once. It did not run very well.
Fantastic soundtrack though.
Yes.
So, side question: what's the best game you can't get anymore?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game.
What other games can you not get anymore?
Um,
I'm just thinking like really old stuff. I
like
guess
any company that goes out of like business is usually a bad case. Like, what's the one that was it? Dennis Dyack kept getting in trouble for X-Men Legends, the ones that we had to destroy copies for.
No, that was it was like two. No, it wasn't Two Nights.
Too Human.
Too Human. That's what it was. Too Human.
And X-Men Legacy. That was one as well. That was the same company.
That was before. Yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, they had to destroy copies of it. That was so weird. I wonder how many like GameStop and EB Games employees just took one home.
I don't have either of those games, but I saw a copy of X-Men Legacy at like a Target in the States once. I should have got it.
That's true. You should have gotten it. But I know if I was at one of those stores, yeah, I would have taken like I would have just been like, I'll take them all home. Like I don't like why not? Like I won't tell anyone, obviously. But yeah, otherwise we have to smash them all. That's what corporate says. I wonder if they had like you have to smash them and then send us a photo.
It was like, yeah, I think you had to send in like a piece of the case or the disc or something. I don't remember what it was.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, games off the top of my head, yeah, Scott Pilgrim is really great. It's probably the game I would go to for the answer. And last part, next with Nintendo not being trigger happy on the Metroid 2 remake, I guess this is a bit late. Could they be loosening up on fan projects, or should I just wait a few minutes for it to be taken down?
Well, good news, you don't have to wait anymore. It's already been taken down.
There you go. Okay, oh man, this last part is gross. Lastly, what is the stupidest thing you've done as part of a bet? Personally, I ate a 4-week-old banana, vomited, and then licked the vomit off a sewer grate for $20. Grade 6 was weird.
Gross.
That's really gross.
Oh my god. I played Kaizo Mario because someone offered to eat their hat if I beat a stage, so I did it.
Wait, did someone do it?
No, they didn't because that probably would have made them sick, so they just gave me money instead.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything that stupid for a bet. Man, like me and my friends betting each other wasn't really a huge thing. If I think of something before the end of the show, I'll mention it, but it's definitely not going to be anything worse than that. I guess thanks for writing that in. John, I got the next one.
All right. Next one comes from Andrew. It says, I have recently been playing through an RPG from my childhood called Guardians Crusade on the PlayStation 1. I loved it as a kid, but I could never get very far as I kept getting lost. I just passed where I was as a kid in 4 hours. To put that in perspective, my original file had over 50 hours. So my question for you today is, was there ever a game that you didn't understand as a kid but ended up finding really easy as an adult? Side note, I still love Guardians Crusade. Its soundtrack's amazing. The Legend of Zeldas and Metroids.
I was going to say Mario.
Really?
I was a lot slower as a kid, and going back to them now, yeah, I just cruised through, specifically like Mario Land, because I think that was my first Mario.
I remember when I was 7, I rented Link to the Past, and I could not get out of the castle. I didn't know where the throne room thing I was supposed to push. And then like I rented it like 10 years later, and I was like, why did I not figure this out?
Sure, right. What are you supposed to do without the internet?
I didn't even need the internet. I literally just figured it out on my own.
Oh, okay. You're smarter.
This was like 2002, where like GameFAQs was only just starting to get traction. So.
Okay. Daniel, sending this again due to a certain Mr. Booker's ineptitude during last week's podcast. I will have you know, when I came to the podcast last week, Paul said he had collected everything. So I didn't, and I trusted him. This is on Paul. Yeah, he says Viz Media has done another license rescue for old Nintendo Power magazine serialized comics. This time it's the Super Mario Bros. Comic series from 92 to 93.
Is this the Captain N? Oh, it's the Super Mario. Oh, it's the ones from Nintendo Power themselves. Okay.
Let's see, what is this about? I guess they're gonna actually like publish them and release them. Oh, it's, the
Yeah,
volume will
they
release.
did this with the Legend of Zelda one that ran in Nintendo Power.
Okay, this is gonna be $15 US, and it's coming out October 12th. If people want some old Super Mario Adventure comics, cool. Thank you for sending that in. All right, John, you got the next one.
Oh boy! All right, this is like 8 questions from Chris. It goes 1 to 7, but it also has 5.5. So.
All right.
Starting with number 1. If Arcade Pit ever decided to do some special 3 versus 3 episodes, what would we have to do to convince you guys to compete as the top 10 perspective? That is assuming John is ever allowed to have teammates when he competes ever again.
What's Arcade Pit?
It's a game show that runs on Sundays. That is basically like you do video game challenges.
You did this like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on there fairly often.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he'd ever do a 3v3 to be honest. But it
No,
would be cool.
he doesn't do team stuff?
He does 2v2s.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would be cool. I mean, there's nothing against us doing it, but I guess he doesn't do 3v3.
Question 2. What's your favorite interpretation of Satan or some stand-in for the old devil in a video game? I'd have to go with Satan as a beleaguered programmer in Pony Island. Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z is my favorite.
I mean, that doesn't
Mr.
count
Satan.
it. That doesn't
Yes,
count
it
at
does. It's in the name.
Hey, he's great. Believe me, he's great.
I
Is
heard-
the one in Earthbound, is that the devil? And I only know it from Smash Bros. Brawl, where he just eats people on that big stage.
Oh, the Chimera?
Oh, is that a chimera? I don't know. It's the thing that walks around slowly. And
Yeah,
like,
no, I
chomp
don't
you.
think that's the devil.
That's not the devil. Okay.
I heard the one in Gat Out of Hell is actually pretty funny. But the problem is
I've never played that. That was out. That was on PlayStation Plus. I should give that a look.
I played a bit of it on stream. It ran worse than Saints Row 4 did, which was impressive.
Yeah, I heard not good stuff about it.
I heard the writing was funny, and what I saw seemed funny, but just like it didn't feel as fun.
The Devil Robot from Futurama. That's a pretty good one. I like how Catbert is basically the devil. The devil of human resources. Not a video game character. I'm sure Catbert is. Is there Dilbert games? There's got to be a Dilbert game.
Like Flash games, maybe.
Okay.
I don't think there's any official Dilbert video games.
Like an official licensed Dilbert game. I don't know what that game would be. Dilbert kart racing.
That'd be great.
The Boss. Man, I love Dilbert so much. That cartoon was so good.
Question 3. Has there ever been a game you highly respected and recommended even though you're absolutely terrible at it? As much as I appreciate the game and love it, I'm absolutely shit at Papers, Please.
Yeah, like all fighting games.
God, I had an actual specific one to suggest, and now I can't remember it. Fighting games is the safest bet for that, though. Yeah.
What else am I just real bad at? I mean, it's always just cool to see like anyone doing cool tricks in like Rocket League or any just high level play, because I'm never going to be up there.
Yeah,
that's always cool to appreciate.
Rocket League's probably what I'd.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm shit at Rocket League though. I can play some Rocket League.
I am pretty bad at Rocket League.
I'm not saying I can hang with any of the big boys, but I'm just saying like put me in coach because I can play Rocket League.
Question number 4. What 2 video game characters from different franchises would you see as being good drinking buddies? I don't drink, which complicates this.
Okay, Wario.
Yeah.
And who do I want to pair with Wario?
Wario and Waluigi.
I don't want to put Waluigi in there. That guy sucks.
Oh, what? Fuck you.
I'm going to put Wario with... Okay. I'm going to put Wario with Roadhog from Overwatch.
Yeah, that's a good setup.
Yeah, I think Roadhog could tell you some weird stories.
Nathan Drake and Deadpool.
Okay, sure, sure. Yeah,
Just
Nathan
because
Drake would probably just be like a totally fun dude to hang out with.
yeah. I mainly said that because I just wanted Nolan North to hang out with Nolan North.
Sure. Okay, what else? How about I'm just now it's just Overwatch characters jumping into my head, and I just don't
Yeah.
want to keep saying Overwatch characters. A lot of them would be definitely cool. I bet like
Lucio and
Hans.
DJ Professor K from Jet Set Radio.
There you go. That's a good one. How about KK Slider?
With Lucio?
Oh, you know what? No, you know what? That owl who hangs out in like the barista owl.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy was pretty cool. And I mean, yeah, Lucio's a good bet. But again, I just don't want to say Overwatch characters over and over again. How about
The car from Knight Rider and the car from Rocket League.
these are terrible. Okay, what's some of the chat saying? They're saying Ash from Evil Dead, Brock Sampson, Duke Nukem, Roadhog again.
I mean, Ash and Brock were both in Poker Night, so
How about did you play Super Time Force?
a little bit.
How about the general, like your captain dude with the two eye patches?
Oh yeah.
That'd be a pretty good one. With all his time travel.
All right. Next up, number 5. If you could switch any 2 games' soundtracks around, what ones would you switch? I'd like to see how the respective games would feel if I switched Metal Gear Rising soundtrack with the Katamari Damacy soundtrack.
It's a pretty good switch.
That would be pretty good.
It's a pretty good switch.
I'd want to switch the Loco Roco soundtrack with the original Metal Gear Solid soundtrack.
I'll just put Katamari Damacy in any game, and that would be just silly.
Katamari Burnout.
Katamari Burnout, yeah, that'd be pretty. That would like oddly fit.
Yeah,
I mean-
I want to put EA tracks in like a Katamari game and just see what happens. So you're like listening to like Green Day while you're just like
Yeah.
just rolling up
Or
stuff.
or just like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Yeah, there you go.
And anything.
Guerrilla Radio, just Rage Against the Machine just starts playing.
Yeah, exactly. You know what had a great soundtrack? Just like genuinely, was Saints Row 3 or the third, I should say.
I don't remember the soundtrack in the third, but the
it's-
soundtrack in 4 was great.
In 3, it starts with "Power" from Kanye West when you jump out of the helicopter. When you're in the boxing section, it's playing.
Gonna fly now?
Which one is it? Yeah, it's the "You're the best around."
Oh yeah, you're the best around.
No one's ever gonna bring you down. That part was so good. Oh, Saints Row 3 had a great soundtrack.
All right. Question 5.5. Isn't Katamari an actual thing and word? Why does autocorrect not recognize it? I don't know actually.
Yeah, is that a real word? What is Katamari?
Shop for
Besides-
Katamari on Google. A Katamari is a magical device created by the king of all cosmos. It is a multicolored
okay.
bumpy ball that has the ability to collect.
Great. Yep. It looks like no, it's not a real word.
I'm going to lean towards no. But it might just be a Japanese word. That's entirely possible. I'm just not seeing anything immediately.
Yeah, I don't know.
Question 6. What's an old video game you'd like to see come back on one of the current online game services with online multiplayer enabled?
Burnout Paradise.
Is that, I guess. I think it meant more like SNES 64 era games
Like
that didn't
older-
games that
older
didn't have
games.
online.
I mean, I could just say like Mario Kart Double Dash. That's my favorite Mario Kart.
But we already got a bunch of Mario Karts with online now. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
but I don't
NBA Jam,
like
but that
most
got
of them.
re-released. So
Star Fox Assault. I played a lot of that multiplayer.
yeah, I could go for an online Star Fox. That'd be great.
Yeah, I guess just in general. Does that new one not have online?
No,
That's insane.
why would you think that Nintendo would do something like that?
Because it's when that came out this year, 2016. It's 2016.
Apparently, word on the street is Miyamoto just shuts down any project that has online. He just does not like online at all. Thinks it's not necessary. So any project that Nintendo puts out that doesn't have Miyamoto involved usually has online.
Is he not involved with Mario Kart?
No,
Okay.
he's not involved with Splatoon anymore. He originally was,
Okay.
and he tried to make it into a Mario sports kind of game with local
I
multiplayer only. This
Okay.
is true.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
These are anecdotes that are going around.
That's weird. Splatoon was huge for them.
Yeah, they got really lucky on that because Miyamoto apparently almost fucked it up.
Someone is saying Mario Party Online would be amazing. That sounds like the worst idea.
No, Mario Party Online would be great because you would hate everyone. It's a game where you could hate all your friends.
That sounds as bad as when you play Mario Party alone.
I mean, you'd probably get in a Skype call or something with them.
I guess. Or hopefully the console has voice chat.
Nintendo.
I don't know. Like, you're just on a Skype call rolling dice with your friends. That's all you're doing for way too long.
All right, and the final question from Chris. Going back, do you think that from 1981 onward, there was anything Atari could have done to make the nigh inevitable crash of 1983 easier for them to deal with in the long run? And if they did, do you think they'd still be a major force today? Atari was just straight up mismanaged beyond belief, so that's their fuck up. Also, it wasn't technically Atari's fault because other companies were making games for their systems even without a license, which is why Nintendo did that seal of quality stuff to try to limit who could make games on their system, and why like the revival of that era actually worked. They controlled how many games could be on their system essentially. And then they
That still means nothing
off
now, though.
Well, yeah, nowadays there's a million different platforms to release games on, so anyone can just do whatever they want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just saying, like, Nintendo games still get that seal, and
Yeah.
the game's not always great.
Oh, back then a bunch of the games were terrible, but they still got the seal
back
quality.
then as well? Okay.
It just really meant that they officially paid for the license. So
I see. That's a great answer, because I had nothing, and I was just going to say, hey, remember when they buried a bunch of ET cartridges and then dug them up?
Nice. But yeah,
Okay.
no, even when Atari just made games after, they still mismanaged themselves to hell. So it was just bad management from Atari, period.
James writes in, back when you did the podcast on Thursdays, the audio and VOD came out Fridays. But now that you're usually doing them on Fridays, they don't come out until Monday. So why and how did the editing process change with the date you do the show? So I do them all at work. Because I'm usually busy on the weekends. So when we do them on Fridays, my next work day is Monday. When we do them on Thursdays, my next work day is Friday. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah. Next question comes to us from Arthur. What do you think of the popularity of the Kirby franchise? Context and links to an image.
Like an album. I guess there's a Kirby Cafe.
Oh yeah, the Kirby Cafe. I heard this is actually really cool.
It looks cool. There's a lot of, there's just like Waddle Dees hanging out.
Yeah, if you don't have anyone to sit with, you can just sit with a Waddle Dee instead,
Aw.
which is kind of amazing.
It looks like you can have like a Kirby cake, and there's just Kirby figurines. I don't know what that is, but it's got like a nose. I don't know. I like Kirby. Kirby's great. Most of those games are real good. They do some weird experimentation with the Kirby franchise. So you get some like super odd Kirby games like Air Ride and Tilt and Tumble.
Yeah, I think the best thing about Kirby is that they're so willing to experiment with them.
Yeah. I mean, I would go to a Kirby Cafe. Like, why not?
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, looking at this, which image is it? The third image, if you could order one of these things. So it's the menu there. Again, we don't.
I'm trying to figure out what that
any
Meta
are.
Knight one is, the second Sweets one.
I'm gonna put this gallery in the chat, by the way, in case people are interested in following along. You're trying to look at the Meta Knight one?
Yeah, it's the second one on the Sweets menu.
On the Sweets menu. Like the tall one?
Yeah,
How do you know that's Meta Knight?
because his symbol's on there. If you scroll down lower, you can see it.
How low are we talking about?
Like 8 pictures down.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That just looks like a kind of a sundae. I think there might even be a banana in that.
Yeah, that's probably delicious as hell. I'd probably have that.
I'm sure these are all delicious.
I'm sure that
Um,
pasta one looks good too. Now that I'm looking at it.
top right,
Yeah.
that looks that looks good. Although it looks like it's pretty tomatoey. I'm not a huge tomato fan.
Mm.
I'm thinking top left just because that looks like a lot of meat.
Top left also looks real good.
Also, far left looks pretty good. I don't even know what this is. There's shrimp in it.
That looks like squid ink spaghetti.
That doesn't look like spaghetti.
Wait, which one are we looking at? The one with the star?
Yeah.
Underneath that, I'm pretty sure that's a bed of squid ink spaghetti.
Is squid ink spaghetti just black spaghetti?
Yes.
Oh, I've never heard of that. That's weird. The one just below that to the right, that was the one where I was like, that thing has a nose. I have no idea what that is.
That's Wispy Woods.
Oh, you're right. Now I see. Okay, I was looking at its mouth as one of the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that totally is Wispy Woods. This is super creative. That one up there, I think it's King DDD with the egg though. That's probably what I would order. Anyways, this is great. Okay. Cerebro writes, how many Overwatch Rio skins don't you have yet and yearn supremely for? We basically kind of hit that. I have like none.
Yeah. I just really want McCree's and maybe Zarya's.
Zarya's is cool.
I'm so pissed. I got duplicates already. I've gotten 2 duplicates
You
out
get
of the
like
Rio.
no coins for duplicates as well.
I got 200 coins for getting the duplicate of Lucio's skin.
Oh wow, that's a lot. I've gotten a duplicate and it gave me like 15. I guess it depends what it is.
My first duplicate was a spray and I got 5, and then my second duplicate was the Lucio skin and I got 200. So I bought one of his play the game cutscenes.
Cool. Oh, you got this next one?
Mm-hmm. Hayes writes in and says, give us some new Aloha Pokemon ideas. Also, how would the Aloha versions of John, Sean, and Paul be? I would have a tan for starters.
A tan. Hey, that's a good one. I would be blue. I don't know. It's just a weird color.
Have
you been following along with these?
Some of them. I've seen some of them that look really cool. I like the Marowak. I like Executor is pretty funny.
The internet just totally Executors is weird, but yeah, the internet just grabbed hold of that. That weird fourth head, man. You're just out of luck there.
Yeah.
You end up being that head. I'm gonna probably be wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and
I would probably actually be in shape because I'd be swimming all the time.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I thought Ninetales and Vulpixes are pretty cool when they become like ice Pokemon.
Mm.
Someone saying Raichu is adorable. Yeah, it's like small or something.
Raichu surfs on its own tail.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't actually watch the trailer. I just saw a screenshot. So, what about Paul? Let's pick something for Paul.
Paul would somehow be the exact same.
He'd either be clean shaven or just have like the longest of beards.
He would have a lei on, and that's it.
I'm gonna go with he'd have a braided beard down to his knees.
No, I'm just gonna say like he would be the exact same, except he'd just have a lei on instead.
All right. We'll have to ask him what he prefers. Hannah says, noticed a lot of con questions last week, so here's another favorite memory from any con you attended. Sorry, John. I guess because you've gone to it a lot?
Yeah. My favorite memory is going home.
Oh, that's the saddest thing.
No, God, what would actually be my favorite?
I always like first night there. I'm trying to think I'm thinking mainly of like PAX Prime, or I guess PAX West now. First night there when we kind of drop everything off the hotel and we've got like a couple hours before we're gonna go to bed, and we're just like getting our badges and just hanging around downtown Seattle. That's usually pretty fun.
Yeah, getting to hang around in a new city is probably one of the better ones.
Yeah,
just hanging out with friends, stuff like that.
When I went to one of the PAXs, I got to chat with the Cards Against Humanity guys after the thing, and just talked about ideas and stuff, and that was cool. Those guys are super down to earth. You got this last question?
Mm-hmm. Last one comes from Dan. It says, since both Paul and John have their own Discords for viewers to hang out in, have you guys ever thought of a community Discord for Top 10 Perspective?
Nope. I don't really know what Discord is.
It's a much better Skype.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if enough people want that, there's no reason why we couldn't. I'm assuming you just make an account.
Basically,
Yeah, I
make
don't
an
know.
account, you make a server, and then people can connect to that server if you let them, if you give them
Cool.
links.
There you go. I mean, yeah, if people are interested, I guess we could. I'm gonna leave that in Paul's hands though. He's usually the person that would set that up. All right, that's all the questions. If people want to send in questions next week, it's topdownperspective at gmail.com at TDP Podcast, the Facebook group, Reddit, John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
Overwatch.
Overwatch is so good, right? And mine, I'm gonna give it to Reigns. That game is delightful, and I can't recommend it enough. People should really check out Reigns if they got $3.
Actually, I'm gonna give a shout out as well to
Whoa, 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 whoa! This is a
yo.
little
No,
unprecedented.
I know we're gonna give a shout out to Metro 2 remake because that was actually pretty fun
You
too.
have to pick one.
All right, then a Metro 2 remake.
All right, there you go. So no love for Overwatch this week.
Overwatch will probably get it a later week.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. I keep forgetting that I'm